So guys, are you scared to exercise because of your anxiety? Go ahead and smash the like button down below if you're ready to kick anxiety in the butt. Leave me a comment. Let me know if this is an issue for you. Now guys, the past few weeks I have really been putting in some work with my physical health. I've been doing a lot of intense exercises and a lot of training.
Yes! Oh my god! Yes! Oh my god! Touch the bucket! Touch the...
Don't let that fool you though. I wasn't always a fitness warrior, okay? But in all seriousness, guys, I used to be terrified of exercise. I had cardiophobia, so it was like a subcategory of health anxiety, right? I was afraid of all things heart related, right? I always thought I had a heart problem. Yes, I got testing, which I encourage you guys to do, but I had a problem with acceptance. So for 2.5 years, I struggled with that. So 2.5 years, I was horribly afraid of exercise. Now, don't get me wrong, I would initiate exercise, but it would stop very quickly once my heart rate and blood pressure would go up. So that was one of the issues that I had. Now I'm big on exposure therapy, helping a lot of people, trying things out slowly, you know, getting into the groove. Maybe I would encourage you to maybe walk a mile, then try to walk 2 miles, or do 10 push-ups, and the next day try to do 12 or 13, right? Just build on that. But for me, exposure therapy did not help me with my fear of exercise. If anything, doing things slowly and getting into exercise slowly, I would just talk myself out of it. It'd be a lot easier, right? I'm still thinking, I'm still using my mind too much. Whereas in true exercise, you just need to be worried about air coming in and air going out. That's whenever exercise is very effective for anxiety. If you're slowly getting into it, you know, mind you, full disclaimer, talk to your doctors before you exercise, okay? Make sure that your heart is healthy structurally, make sure rhythm-wise everything is good, you've had your EKGs or a stress test or whatever if you're really concerned about your heart. If you've been told that you're okay, now it's time to start working out, obviously, to start building that acceptance and reassurance that you are healthy. But, you know, gradually working my way into it just wasn't doing it for me. Now, am I saying that you can't do that? Try exposure therapy. Try it out. But a lot of people run into the same problem. I needed to be aggressive with my workouts. That was one of the biggest problems that I was facing. I never got the true benefits out of exercise because I would slowly go into it. And if I'm slowly going into something, I'm going to notice my heart rate. I'm going to notice my blood pressure going up. I'm going to notice some tension building, okay? Whereas if I go right into it, I'm just focused on air coming in, air going out, and I don't really have time to talk myself out of it. And that's, in reality, that's what I did when it came down to exercise. A lot of you out there are trying exercise, but you're just talking yourself out of it because you're getting into it too slow. So try the exposure therapy route if you want. Try it out, by all means. See if that works. I've coached people that exposure therapy, when it comes to exercise, helped them tremendously over going the aggressive route. But then there's a lot of people that tried my method and they love it, okay? So try both. If exposure ain't working for you, try the more aggressive approach. So when I finally did this is when things changed for me. I was able to fully get over my cardiophobia. Did I still have anxiety after that? Sure. I worried about other diseases, right? Health anxiety is a freaking complex beast. But I was able to use running and lifting weights as part of my recovery, you know, and as a part of managing my anxiety. It was a tool that I had forever after that. And I was so happy. And the way that this came about, I'll try to make this story brief, but it's important. It's to show you the magic of this. One night at my apartment, I was having a massive panic attack, right? I was having the chest pains, and you're getting exclusive story. You know, my coaching clients, you know, they know this story, but I was, you know, having a massive panic attack, tension everywhere, chest pain, right? Numbness, tingling, fast heart rate, the whole shebang, right? So I was getting my shoes on. I'm about to head out the door. I got to go to the ER, right? And a lot of us do that, right? Like that's our comfort zone. That was definitely my comfort zone. I'm definitely having a heart attack, and I'm almost out the door. I was like, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that. They're just going to try to give me a pill, tell me I need help, and I'm going to get the same results I always get. And I'm going to get a lot of maybe chuckles or some eye rolls. Here's this guy again coming in here, you know, acting crazy. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I need to see if this is anxiety, right? What did I lack at that time? I lacked internal reassurance. I always relied on other people to tell me that I was fine, which is why I did Googling, vital checking, going to the doctor, calling my mom. She was a nurse. I needed to finally develop that internal reassurance. This is why exercise is huge, especially if you have health anxiety. you need to be able to reassure yourself that you're healthy by completing workouts. It's not just about making your anxiety symptoms go away as it being a tool, but if you have health anxiety, like, you need to be able to tell yourself, look, I'm good. If I had something wrong with me, or if I had heart problems, like, I wouldn't be able to get through this workout or even, much less crush it. So that's what I was missing, and it just dawned on me in that moment. I was like, I'm sick of this. I'm tired of this. I'm scared, but I'm going to go out there and I'm going to run. And I'm going to be aggressive. No warming up, no power walking. I'm 20 freaking years old. Well, at this point, I was 22 years old. Like, there's no reason for me to do that. So I go out there. It's cold. It's like 2 a.m. Yeah, that's some other details. Nobody would have found me out there if I did fall out. And I started to run aggressively. Now, I did this for about 10 minutes. I was out of shape, so cut me some slack. I stopped. It was in between a jog and a sprint. So I did that for about 10, 12 minutes. I stopped, and I was like, oh my God, I'm breathing hard. But you know what? I'm breathing hard because I made myself breathe hard. Not because of a panic attack or, fear or anything like that. I made myself breathe really hard. I was now only focused on breath coming in and breath going out. I wasn't able to talk myself out of anything. My mind cleared, and this is one of the biggest things. I didn't have any irrational or negative thoughts in that moment. That's what exercise will do for you as well. It'll clear your thoughts. It'll clear your thoughts. And then after you're done exercising, you'll actually have a lot of positivity. I had a lot of gratitude, which is interesting, after I would complete workouts. So where am I with this story? So I stop, and I also noticed that my chest isn't hurting. I don't have the numbness and the tingling. And this was the game changer for me. I checked my pulse, and my pulse was actually slower after running, being out of shape, mind you, than it was when I was sitting still on my bed in fear. And I was like, man, this is incredible. So then I was like, I don't have a heart problem. I would be dead, or I'd be, having to call 911, or I'd be in more pain right now if I actually had a heart problem. I finally was able to tell myself that I was fine. That's what exercise did for me. Now, for some of you that are scared, it's just a barrier you have to break through. You can try it the slow route with the exposure, or you can be aggressive like I did. Different methods for different people. If you keep running into that wall, maybe the aggressive approach, as long as you're healthy, right, would be the best route. I finally had to overcome my fear of exercise. Like, you just have to face it. You have to make a decision to do it, right? There's no other way. But I'll give you some encouragement, and hopefully this motivates you. A lot of you are trying to recover from anxiety with other things aside from exercise. Like, I'm going to eat right, I'm going to supplement, I'm going to work on some CBT, but you're not working on your fear of exercise. You're not going to be able to fully recover. At best, maybe some of your anxiety goes dormant. But what are you going to do? Be idle the rest of your life? Walk really slow like a turtle? I remember going upstairs and having to move stuff. My heart rate would get up, and I'd run into the same problem. Guys, you're going to have those issues for the rest of your life. So you want all this to come back up and resurface? So the time is now. Go out there and do something. Go work out. It doesn't have to just be running. There's tons of different things. Maybe swimming, jump rope. Make the exercise fun, so maybe your mind isn't so much on the symptoms that arise from initiating a workout. But I just want you guys to know that diet and exercise are huge. Exercise probably even more so. So try to start implementing that. That's some tips for that. Always stretch before, because those of you that are anxious, you got a lot of muscle tension. I found that out the hard way when I was doing some jump rope one time. My whole lower back kind of fell out. And this is when I was like 20 years old. I was like, you know what, I'm going to exercise. And then my whole bottom back fell out. I was like on the bed basically for 3 days after that at a ripe age of 20. So make sure that you stretch. Make sure that you stay hydrated. And again, I'm going to give this disclaimer again, because I don't want to give out dangerous information. Make sure that you've seen a doctor and you've talked to them about this, and they've been able to at least verbally tell you that things are okay. From there you have to work on acceptance, the doctor distrust, the paranoia, which I definitely had. But when it comes to exercise, you can take the exposure route, or you can aggressively go right into it. So the bottom line is, this is a very important part of recovery. It's healthy for you physically, obviously, but it's going to translate into mental positivity and clarity and reassurance if you have health anxiety. Video a little bit different. I'm outside in the evening. Hopefully you guys like these outside videos. So thank you for sticking around, guys. Remember, the description has tons of resources. If you've never tried therapy, try that out, okay? If you've never tried life coaching, I offer life coaching. So you can email me. I'll send you my info if that's something you want to try out. I encourage you. A lot of lives are being changed with that program. There's other things down there as well. So check out that. Remember, an anxiety course from me is coming. I'm actually having to change the name because I don't want to infringe on a couple other names that are similar. So I'm going to be changing the name of the course. We're aiming for November 9th. So you want to be a part of that. Remember, the first 5 days of this, you're going to get this for 67% off. Yeah, I was saying 50%. Now we're doing 67%. Okay, so you want to be a part of that. So take advantage. The first 5 days, you're going to get it for a huge deal. It's a crazy bargain, actually. I don't think anybody else has offered something like that. So anyways, take advantage of that. Remember to subscribe if you haven't. Hit the like button if you got value. Leave me a comment, guys, if this video helped you out, if you just want to share your story and your fear of exercise. Just thought this video was something that needed to come out. I don't know if I've directly made a video about the fear of like working out and anxiety. So hopefully this helps some of you guys. More uploads coming.